Hey there, my kingdom hopefuls. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord, Lords of the Forest, Episode 21, Renown Grind. So, we're going to be moving real slow with all these saddle horses. We'll try to find a place to hawk them quickly. Maybe we'll swing by Sindriak and buy some silver. And actually, I'm going to double back to Ostikin and dump it back into my workshop. So the advantage of doing that is if you are, and I'm sure most of you probably know this, but if you're running workshops, you can get input from the warehouse so that you can directly supply your... No, that's not true. But you can directly supply your workshops so that they can produce goods cheaper and faster or whatever. So I'm dumping silver into the warehouses at Opticon. It probably hadn't updated, which is why I was saying that the production was halted. It's actually surprisingly the... No, it's not the only one halted. So Opticon is now running, and because I had supplied it with silver. Because there's a very limited supply of silver on the continent. So production halts are not uncommon. Whereas if I had something like a brewery, there's plenty of wheat or grape presses or whatever. If the supplies are plentiful, but it also means the profit margins are tiny. A shield maiden who is cruel. Nope. Will you take Sumpters? No, it's not Sumpters that I bought. I bought saddle horses. I don't think these are at a profit. So no. What is my trade at? 106 for about halfway through 106. I'm not good at trade. Ooh, there's a flag reward, I think. Melee damage against mounted troops. Why is it showing the bonus twice? I don't know. Wow, how'd that hit? Oh, I crushed through his defense? That's cool. I mean, I don't mind hitting when I don't think I should have, but it was confusing. I'm getting my butt kicked. I don't have high polearm skill, so it's hard to swing faster than he can defend. My polearm is only level 30 compared to that dude who was like a mounted knight who probably had a polearm of like 200 something. I don't know. What? I could know. What I was fighting a Vanguard, I think. Has a polearm of... What is a Vanguard's polearm? 130. So he had a 100-point lead on me. Would explain the why I was not very good at it. Oh, I almost did a two-shot there. Oh, right to the face. See, those are the exciting mounted battles. You don't get them very often, because usually they just turtle up and sit still. But it's awesome when you get, like... I mean, those were couched lances. In fact, did they take couched lancing out of arenas? Because it used to be in the arenas last time the last series I had, but I hadn't seen them. Which couched lances are, like, super vicious. I haven't seen them in arena fights at all. Couch lances are when you, like, tuck the lance, and it has a couched bonus, so you can do like hundreds of damage if you land ahead at high speed. I know they still exist, but I just don't see them in arena fights. So a Boar Bane Flag. Increased melee damage against mounted troops. I still think I like the decreased range damage from range attacks better. But I might lock this in so I don't sell it. To check, we have gained about a third of the renown needed since the start of the stream in order to create a kingdom. We went from 600 to 707. It's not bad. So I might work my way back towards Sargot if there was grumbles about a rebellion. I think the grumbles about the rebellion are largely fueled as a result of Sargot is Valandian culture owned by Battanians, so the people that live in Sargot are pissed. Would be the explaining it simply. And that's generally true of any town held by a non-native culture, because there's a culture penalty to the happiness of the people that live there. Oh wow, that is selling tools at big profit. Nice. And I think I bought these saddle horses for under 70, so I'll sell some of them as well. Trades up, 107. Our exclamation missions, yeah, the blue marks are missions, and then the gold ones are like the main quest line. The blue missions generally don't help with renown. They help with like charm and rep and stuff. So buy some hardwoods for 20 under. Pottery for under 70. Linen for under 90. And fur for under 200. There's probably a mod that like makes it profitable trades easier. I'm really bad at making them. I've seen I spoke about this in previous streams, but there are like super big exploits that you could use to level up your trade like instantly by manipulating supply and demand, which I don't intend to use. But just like generally speaking, the trades I make are like not great. Oh, stewardship leveled up. Nice. So, as a quartermaster, discarded weapons increase experience. So or +4 party morale when number of mounts is greater than the number of foot troops in your party. So I will speak about that a little bit, which is I plan to have not a lot of mounted troops. So the second choice here would be hard to fulfill, because if I have an army full of Battanian, Fion champions, and wildlings, neither of those are mounted by default. So let's say I have 200 of those troops, I would need 200 horses. It's kind of unrealistic to try to like ride around with 200 horses. You're welcome to vote for it, but fulfilling those requirements is super unlikely, is all I am gonna say. Made profit on the linens. It's not profitable to do furs here. There is a beer shortage here. Profit on the hardwoods. And there's no profit for pottery here either. Trade leveled up again. So at least I'm kind of doing it right. What can I buy cheap here? Oils? The profit margins on these oils are not great, but I'll buy some. And hogs, and I don't like trading in animals. They suck to trade. Okay, overwhelmingly you guys are like, hey, do discarded weapons for experience. I get that. So I'll click that in as soon as this arena fight's over. Pokey pokey slap fight. Yeah, I'm gonna put my shield away. I think I do more damage if it's away, and I'd rather just kill them quicker. You know what would be a neat feature? If there was, like, extra renown for flare in the arena. Flare measured by the damage that you do. So that if you do more than your fair share of damage, if you're not just, like, eking out victories, but absolutely knocking everyone else out in the fight, you get bonus. Renown would be a neat feature, because in a lot of these arena fights, especially given that I'm on Freebooter difficulty, like, I knock out, like, half the opponents, but somehow I'm not rewarded for it. It's funny to think that the highest paid athlete of all time was a charioteer in in arenas like this one. Alright, forget that spear. You can see why I hate these fights. They end up being stupid most of the time. Yeah, bonus for, like, kills, or downs, or total damage. You know, some sort of calculation to be like, you performed really well, so you entertain the crowd, so that we're going to give you bonus morale. Maybe not bonus money, right? Because the prize pot, it doesn't make sense that you're paid more for a win, because you downed more people. But, like, giving more morale for doing a really good job makes sense, because then people would talk. Oh, did you see Halligan in the arena last night? He knocked out half of everyone. Like, that's a lot better than, oh, you know, he won the final round and knocked one person out in the first round or something. I think it would make sense. Yeah, let's donate this Spike Battle Axe. I mean, I already almost have 100k. So I get... Wait, where's... Oh, I haven't actually put the point in. Yeah, maybe I need to do that first. 300 experience. It's not much, but when we fight giant armies, that adds up quick for all the rewards that we get. You know, another thing that we could do, which would be very underhanded, would be to encourage Sargot to rebel. I'll think on that. It's not... We're trying to be nice in this series, and it would not be a nice thing to do. But it would definitely work towards our end goal quicker. In order to do that, yeah, that's a lot of grain to buy in order to do it. But we could. So if you really want to piss off a town, making sure they starve is a pretty good way. So for the tidy sum of 100k, we could buy out all of Sargot's food to drive them to lower morale. The thing is, like, it's not going to work so well, because unless we are blockading caravans, they're going to get resupplied pretty quickly. So it's not something to really use in peacetime. But if we were at war with them, that's a pretty powerful tactic. So I'm not going to do it, because I think it's more expensive than it is beneficial. Plus, it's, you know, Battanian owned right now, so, like, I'd be a very bad Battanian doing it. But it's a strategy that we could maybe employ in the future. Oh, dang. I got him? Feel bad for that dude. 3-man. Beat up. And you may have noticed I'm going full berserker here. In all these rounds, I've just been straight up putting my shield away and not blocking. 99 damage. Oh, I'm sure you're feeling it. And you're gone. For some boots. That are not better for anyone. I'll hold on to them in case we get another companion, though. Alright, we're in Sargot, so there's really nothing to buy here because Sargot's so impoverished from all the war. So I'm gonna head on out, look for trade opportunities. And still no rebels anywhere. Iron at 51. Or... So if you're following along, we're almost halfway. 750 would be the halfway mark. Because we started at 600 out of 900. I yearn for more rebels, though. I must say. They're the most fun way to get renown. Oh, there we go! Rebels on Legeta. So I will head over to Legeta in just a second. Not that we want Legeta, but we want to beat up rebels in Legeta. Oh, good place to dump the pottery. Furs aren't really going to make a profit, but I'm going to dump them anyway. And I'll hold on to the iron because there's no profit there. The Bone Crusher. Dang! Knock their team out. There's battles like this where, like, I wasn't counting, but I feel like I accounted for, like, half of all knockouts in that round. Would be like the, yeah, give me extra renown. It could also be cool if there was special conditions to be met for the fight. To be like, I'm going to enter this fight without armor, or I'm going to enter this fight and not use shields, or something like that. As like a bet, as a further bet for additional prize or something like that, so that you could make it more challenging and then profit high. Oh, ouch. Profit higher as a result. That was cool. Unison knockouts. And, Stochastic Turtle, you want the Bone Crusher? Alright, I'll reserve it for you if I remember to. I'm gonna kick you. I'm gonna kick you. You keep blocking, I'm gonna kick you. Done. Alright, so you want the Bone Crusher? Locked. No, go this way. Go east. I wonder why they thought, well, maybe west was faster. Ooh, it's already under siege. That means that there's not necessarily going to be a lot to do.
Close enough.
Okay, fighting the rebels. There's only like 22 rebels here, so this is not much of a fight.
Cut them both! Warriors! Cut them!
So I'm just telling them all to charge. Forget tactics. Just go murder them. I'll see if I can't take out their commander myself. Not you. You look like a regular horseman. Is it the other guy? No, he looks like a horseman too. Just an equite. Oh, 300 damage though. Holy hell. Alright, so he was one of the infantrymen. See him anyway. He's probably in this cluster about to get smoked. Or maybe, you know what? He could have been wounded. No, he just got knocked out by a highborn warrior. Because just because you're attacking like a noble doesn't necessarily mean he's conscious for the fight. And you're free. You're welcome. What an easy way to level up charm, though. My lord. A standard of duty. Decreased morale shock. That's pretty blah. Because I'm very wealthy, I could donate arms and armor. I am 90% sure I locked that bone crusher. For an extra 1,000 experience. I think Legeta's close enough to Battanian territory that, like, I could hypothetically own it if whoever's the sieger fails. Vartan's army. My money's on the attackers, but who knows? Unfortunately, I also don't really see that the Legeta rebels have much in the way of armies around here. They all got. There's Lycos' army that is defending, and then that's it. So we can hang out. I'll go ransom off my my prisoners, and wow, that is a hell of a daily gold change. Caravan and party income, really racking it in. Denny and Janab making a lot of money. Each one of them is making as much as my workshops. Yeah, one of the huge advantages of like not committing to going to war with a specific faction really early on is your caravans generally don't get destroyed, right? Because your trade caravans, once you are a kingdom, any enemy of your kingdom is going to destroy your caravans pretty quickly. Which makes it very challenging to have like decent trade profits because you're constantly getting your trade caravans destroyed. All right, we'll go back to Legeta, hang out, and see if there's more rebels to beat up. But I don't think there are. There were none in the area. Oh, here's one. Oh, it's the same dude that I just released. Yeah, he's gonna run from me, and he's faster. So he has to make some sort of movement blunder for me to catch up. Oh, I'm catching up, though.
It's been a while.
I'm faster in forests, I think. Hi, yeah, it has been a while. Surrender or die. I'm sorry, like, that it's just you over and over again that I keep smoking. But I'm not that sorry, because I keep doing it. Deadmeat, thank you for the resub. And welcome. Alright, so last time he was not mounted. So let's see if I can't get him myself. Maybe... it's you? Yeah, I got him! Ha ha ha! Oh, man. You really got destroyed. That was mostly luck, I'll be honest. But that was pretty cool. That I rolled up to a group of like 30 and just singled him out and just gone in one swipe. That's when you know you got a little bit of an OP character. When it's like Dynasty Warrior level combat. But, I mean, having played on like the normal difficulty, the hard, I should say, difficulty of Bannerlord, it's way more fun for your character to be a superhero, in my opinion, which is why I play in Freebooter. Obviously, it poses no challenge, but the challenge comes in later when you're trying to make your own kingdom and you're at a massive numerical disadvantage. So, like, every fight is like a 10 to 1 ratio, or a 1 to 10 ratio, I should say, which is why I play in Freebooter primarily. Because the most fun parts of Bannerlord are like when you're trying to defend your own kingdom, in my opinion. Alright, we'll let you go again. Now build up an army so I can beat you. Because I like your experience. And also like the gear and equipment that I keep getting from defeating you. And who knows? Maybe Legeta will, the defenders will win. I think they're in active... yeah, they're in active... oh, no, they're going to lose. They have a backup army. Zero chance that they survive this. I am now up to 749, so we're 1 point away from halfway there. I also leveled up in Charm. Cool. So, I'll have you guys pick the choice. 20% chance of avoiding critical failure on Persuasion. And 5% daily chance to improve relations with random negative notable when I'm in a settlement. So if I'm like camping out in a settlement, I have a chance to just like repair my relations with someone. The other one is 10% chance for a double persuasion success, and that's it. Because the governor one I don't personally benefit from. So there you go. And my charm level up brought to you by oh, and also GMT can level up medicine. I'm just gonna pick. So it's increased hit points and recovering more hit points after each battle, or combat movement speed and healing rate. I'm gonna do combat movement speed and healing rate. And I think those are the only ones that can level up. Okay, there's not much point in hanging around the rebels here because the rebels are just absolutely losing. I don't know. I have a bit of a hope that like another rebel army will like pop up. Actually, you know what? So the rebels are losing, but I'm surprised that Valandia is taking so many losses. Valandia's... they're going to win this fight, but they got their butts kicked. Because they rode in with about 1,000, and they're down 500 or so. Like, there's, in the west party, there's 175 wounded, and the right the east party, there's 246 wounded. So these defenders put up a hell of a defense. Yeah, I think it's probably because of the catapults or onagers. They're using ballista to attack, and the defenders are using superior siege to defend. Because these guys just have siege towers, a battering ram, and like one ballista, which is pretty jank for an attack. So the Sargot rebels just got destroyed, but maybe they'll come back. And Legeta, yeah, it fell, just as I would expect it to. But there can be profit in it, because they really want my iron ore. And probably olives and grapes and meat. Actually, I'll sell all of the olives, grapes, and meat and just keep grain. And I'll go back to shop for it. So, like, hanging around has the benefit of, now that it fell, I can get all the best trade in. So I just gained 2 points in trade for war profiteering. It's too bad that I didn't... What I really should have done is stockpiled a bunch of additional food, knowing that it was going to fall. Because I really could have, like, raked it in. And you guys want me to take the top option for charm. 10-4. Forgivable grievances. I am going to attempt to make more money selling stuff to Legeta. I'm going to quickly go up to Marinath and see if I can't buy a bunch of food and then bring it back to Legeta for profits. Yeah, next rebellion, I really ought to top up on, like, food. Because, yeah, when things are being besieged, they're not getting supplied by caravans or villages or anything like that. So, there's a huge demand for food as soon as the battle's over. And, well, there's profit to be made. Just bought out Marinath, basically. And I'm gonna try to buy out Sianan and then head back. Yeah, the traders are gonna flood in, obviously. That's what they do. Even Verbrak is flooding in. That's fine. Let's see. Oh, that's really cheap grain. Too heavy, though. Alright, let's see if I can't make more money. Worst case scenario, I just have a bunch of food. And the increased food variety is good for... oh, I should have ransomed off my prisoners. The increased food variety is just good for leveling up my stewardship. Because feeding my troops a variety of food is good for stewardship in general. Yeah, the caravans are absolutely ravenous here. As you'd come to expect. Oh no, those good profit margins on beer, grapes, olives. Not good profit margins on grain, but I'm going to sell some anyway. Oh, I hit watch. I didn't mean to hit watch. I meant to hit join. Can I leave and join? No, I think it's too late. Yeah, oh well. Oops. First time this series that I misclicked that. It happens. Any other rebels going on? Not that I can see. So, let's go ahead and buy silver. And supply our Otisian silver mine. Silversmith. Whatever it is. Huh. Is our warehouse not selling here? I'll double check. Because I don't know why there would be jewelry stockpiled in the warehouses. So, store inputs from in the warehouse is 0, 0, 0, 0. Yeah, I'm not sure why there was jewelry just sort of sitting in the warehouse. But I took it. Ooh, nice. The reward here is another Cassian, which is a noble horse. So hopefully I win. That would actually put my net worth, or like, liquidity in dinars of over 100,000, which is quite a lot of money. The thing is, maybe the game has changed since last I played, but last I played, trying to convince other nobles to join your kingdom cost stupid amounts of cash. And I suspect that probably is still true. Where it's like, alright, I'll join you, but I'll have to bribe the crap out of you. And that was a feature I didn't much like. Which I'm sure hasn't changed too much. What's my thoughts on Bellwright? I have no idea, I haven't played it. The reviews look pretty dismal, and the developer's track record of supporting games past release is pretty bad. But that's all I know. I have spoken about it before. When I look up at games on Steam, you know, Steam reviews are a pretty good indicator of the game's quality. Oh man, I'll put my shield back on. I'm getting smoked here. And I would say, like, games... So there's a few things to filter out. You know, if like you're familiar with like Fake Spot, right? Where sometimes there's just rabid superfans, that there's like a cult following of the game. So I'm not saying that like a game like Dwarf Fortress doesn't deserve high ratings, but a lot of the reviews of like Dwarf Fortress on Steam are people that have played Dwarf Fortress for a decade or two that reviewed it highly, which isn't necessarily a review regarding its current state. It's a review of their love of the developer. So when you're looking at reviews, you have to consider two things, which is day one bugs and problems of the game, to filter those out, because they might not be applicable. So a really good example of that would be like No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky had a dismally horrible launch. So its overall reviews are still pretty low, but the state of the game now is a bajillion times better than it was at release. So once you filter out like the rabid superfans that voted up, even if it doesn't necessarily deserve it, and the hate that it got from like day one reviews, and you look at more recent reviews, then you look at the reviews and see if a lot of the reviews regard a technical problem, because if it's a technical problem that you're not going to have, like minimum requirements or something like that, then you get a pretty good idea of like the quality of a game. And I generally find that like games, once you filter out all of those, all the review types that I just mentioned, generally games in their 90%, if you like the genre, you're going to enjoy. 80% you're going to enjoy mostly. And games in like the 70s and 60s, I generally avoid, unless they've been, unless the reviews have been sort of manipulated from, you know, hate brigadiering or like review bombing and things like that. And I play probably 3 or 4 times more games than what ends up on my channel. And a lot of the games that don't end up on the channel, I just don't enjoy. I don't think are all that great. So like one game that received a ton of love recently that I actually don't think is that good of a game would be like Bannerlord. It's not a bad game. It's just an average game. It's, in my opinion, no better than Furthest Frontier or you know, similar sort of village builders like that, like Endzone, A World Apart, you know, the apocalyptic city builder genres. Bannerlord has no more game mechanics than those other games, but those other games are rated in the 70 and 80%, and Bannerlord is in the near 90%. And it's just because it's like, people are impressed it was a single developer, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a better game. It's like, cool, it's a single developer. Is it fun? Because if it's still not fun, who cares, right? And having played about 20 hours of Bannerlords, I must say, zero replayability. You play it once and you're just done. You're done forever. And due to the slow development nature of the game, it's like, okay, cool. It's impressive it's a single developer, but it also means that not much is going to change in a reasonable amount of time for the game because of its tiny dev team. So you get to the end and you're like, all right, there won't be updates for another year or two, you know? So yeah, I put a lot of thought into... I have a lot of, and maybe unpopular, but I have a lot of strong opinions about like how to even look at the sort of meta of game reviews. But I do feel that barring some, you know, review bombing and rabid fanboy bombing reviews, generally speaking, Steam reviews are pretty accurate as to the performance of the game. Thank you for tuning in to Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord, Lords of the Forest, which originally streamed live on Twitch, April 30th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Battanians.